Hello to all wonderful, lovely souls from AdiSveta. Here is something to sit with today. That the greatest illusion isn't the world, it is who we think we are. What if the greatest illusion wasn't the world around you? What if the greatest illusion was the one looking through your own eyes? Imagine, for a moment, that life offered you everything you have ever wanted. The perfect home, financial freedom, a healthy body, a loving relationship, a successful career, peace for your family, every dream checked neatly off your list. Would that finally bring lasting happiness? Most of us instinctively would answer yes. Yet, history tells us another story. Kings possessed kingdoms yet feared losing them. Great artists achieved immortality yet wrestled with despair. Billionaires continued chasing more long after they have had enough. Even some of the world's greatest spiritual teachers experienced pain, illness, loss, and uncertainty. So, if happiness could be secured by collecting enough of life, surely someone would have found the formula by now. So perhaps we have been asking the wrong question. Instead of asking, how do I become happy? Perhaps we should ask, why do I believe happiness is always somewhere else? Modern psychology offers an interesting insight. The human brain did not evolve to make us happy. It evolved to keep us alive. It constantly scans for danger, compares us to others, predicts future problems, and searches for what is missing. Psychologists call one aspect of this the hedonic treadmill. No matter how extraordinary achievements become, the mind quickly adapts and begins searching for the next destination. The promotion becomes ordinary. The new home becomes familiar. The dream body becomes something to maintain. The finish line quietly moves further away. Not because we have failed, but because the mind is designed to keep seeking. More than 2500 years ago, the Buddha observed this with an extraordinary clarity. He saw that suffering was not created by painful experiences, but by craving what was absent and resisting what was already present. The mind is constantly negotiating with reality. This shouldn't have happened. I wish I was somewhere else. I'll be happy when. And in that endless negotiation, we lose the only place where life is actually unfolding, the present moment. Yet, Advaita Vedanta goes even further. It asks a question so profound that it can stop mind in its tracks. Who is the one searching? Who wants enlightenment? Who wants success? Who wants recognition? Who wants ascension? Who is afraid of not becoming enough? We spend our lives polishing identities. We become parents, partners, professionals, seekers, healers, entrepreneurs, spiritual students. We decorate these identities, defend them, and compare them with everyone else's. But Advaita gently whispers that none of these are what you truly are. You are the awareness that notices them all. Before there was a story about your life, there was awareness. Before there was success or failure, there was awareness. Before there was fear or confidence, there was awareness. It has quietly witnessed every chapter of your existence without ever demanding applause. Perhaps this is why so many people become exhausted, even after achieving everything they once dreamed of. We spend decades improving the character while never asking who's aware of the character. Jung wrote, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, It will direct your life and you will call it fate. How many of our ambitions are truly ours? How many of our fears belong to us? How many dreams were inherited from parents, culture, education, advertising, or comparison? How much of what we call my life is actually conditioning repeating itself? Maybe this is why spiritual traditions across the world have always pointed inwards. Not because the external world is wrong, but because it is incomplete. The Upanishads declared, Tat Tvam Asi, that thou art. The Buddha encouraged direct observation over blind belief. Both in their own way invited us to investigate rather than merely accept. Neither asked us to become someone else. Both invited us to discover what had always been here. Perhaps remembrance is not learning something new. Perhaps remembrance is forgetting everything that was never you. Not becoming, unbecoming. Layer by layer, fear by fear, belief by belief, until what remains no longer depends on praise or criticism, gain or loss, success or failure. Many people today speak about ascension, higher consciousness, and the new earth. Whether you seek these as spiritual realities, symbol of inner transformation, or both, they all point towards a similar invitation to become less identified with fear and more deeply rooted in awareness. Maybe the real ascension is not escaping this world. Maybe it is learning how to walk through this world without forgetting who you are. Your challenge do not arrive merely to punish you. Your relationships are not simply random encounters. Every disappointment, every betrayal, every unexpected joy, every season of uncertainty can become a mirror, revealing where we still seek our identity outside ourselves. Life is no longer something happening to us. It becomes something revealing us to ourselves. Perhaps Earth was never designed simply to reward or to punish. Perhaps it is a classroom where consciousness gradually remembers itself through experience. Not because we were ever truly separate, but because forgetting allows the miracle of remembering. So maybe the purpose of your life is not to become extraordinary. It is to become so deeply present that the extraordinary hidden within the ordinary finally reveals itself. The breath entering your lungs, the silence between two thoughts, the awareness listening to these words, the quiet presence that has never left you, even when everything else changed. That presence asks for nothing. It fears nothing. It simply is. And perhaps that is the deepest truth every sage, every mystic, and every awakened teacher has tried to express. Not that you must become more, but that you can gently release everything that convinces you that you are less. The journey was never about reaching somewhere else. It was never about collecting more knowledge. It was never about becoming spiritually impressive. It has always been a journey of remembrance, not remembering a past life, not remembering a forgotten story, but remembering the timeless awareness that has been witnessing your entire life from the very beginning. And perhaps in this very moment, as you quietly observe your own thoughts while listening to these words, remembrance has already begun. Tonight, before you fall asleep, don't ask yourself what you accomplished today. Ask yourself, who was aware of every thought, every emotion, every experience today? Stay with that question. Don't rush to answer it. Simply observe what begins to unfold. This is AdiSveta, your journey to remembrance.